Hi everyone, Manda here. Today I'm sharing my 14th process video, and funnily enough, the layout is also called 14. It wasn't planned that way, just happened to be the 14th one I put together. This is a layout about my cat Harry, has baby, and he has just turned 14 in March, so I've had him since 2000, and I recently took him to the vet because he had to have his yearly vaccination, and she was a new vet, and I told her because she hadn't looked at his file that he was 14, and she was really surprised because he's in really good condition, and I think that's because I spoil him a lot. She did say he had to lose some weight though. He's a little bit chubby, but you know, he's not chubby, he's cuddly. Anyway, so the layout is based on Creative Scrapper's sketch. I think it's 267, and I'm using two photos framed. The one at the top was taken, like I said, back in 2000, and I only had a film camera at the time. So there's very few photos of him as a baby, whereas I think there's tons of Winston, who I got in 2007. So I had to scan it. It wasn't a very good photo. Scan it and crop it and make a little baby picture there. Cut out all the backyard paraphernalia. So what is fairly neutral frames, you see a few times there I've messed around with the different frames, and I've cut quite a lot of this video out because I'm just constantly messing around with embellishments. I'm just trying to find the right thing. So even though you see me doing a lot of it, I actually did a lot more. I think it took me like an hour to do this layout, which is a fairly long time for me. It was just basically I was really indecisive about embellishments. I guess my style is sometimes, well, my style is very eclectic. It changes all the time. And I think sometimes when I try and do something very clean and simple, I overthink it, which is why it takes me a lot longer than something where I get out mists and gesso and stuff like that, which I don't do very often. So I used a paper punch to cut another piece for the middle there. I was trying to find the perfect piece to go in, and the red was just like, without the cut in it, it was just a really strong line. So I used the notebook punch, and it just broke it up a little bit there. Now, the title I'm using is the 14, the two big numbers from the Wanderlust collection by Studio Calico. And I was going to do it grey, so I tested on the back there, and I didn't like the way it looked. So in the end, I used my Heidi Swapp Colour Shine in Gold Lame, and I just gave it a good drenching in that, and just sogged it up with a paper towel. Tried to show you there, it doesn't look like anything different has happened to it, but it is actually quite glittery and nice. And then I just add some washi tape. There was a little phrase across the bottom of this frame. It was something like Kodak Polaroid or something like that. I didn't want it there because the flare was going to cover the end of it, so I just used washi tape to balance that out. And I am putting my wood veneer down with diamond glaze again. You can't really see it. I learnt after last time where the diamond glaze went everywhere to do it kind of out of screen. I find that's the best for wood veneer. It can get messy. You have to be very careful with it. So you don't get it on your page. It'll ruin your page if you don't get it where you want it. But it's a fantastic glue. It's very similar to Glossy Accents. And then I'm just adding some Prima Hearts to fill in that white space next to the 4. I also used my diamond glaze to adhere down the acrylic frame from Freckled Fawn. It was in an Oh Dear Me kit when I subscribed to those. And also the Love acetate, which is from, that's from Studio Calico. I think it's the print shop. And there's a tiny little sticker I've put there from Simple Stories Homespun collection. It was on a sheet I got in my poly kit, and it says home is wherever you are. And I kind of like that because I am one of those people who thinks a house isn't a home unless it has cats in it. So that's the mad cat lady in me, I guess. So I switched the flare around because I just didn't want that little piece of text getting lost under the big flare. The big flare is from the Paper Bakery, and it says "Be the Cat's Meow." Now, I've got out the tiny attacher to add this little piece from Elle's Studio. And sometimes I get a bit excited with my tiny attacher because I see them on other people's projects and I'm like, oh, that looks weird and random, but it looks so good. So then I try and do it and it looks random, but it also looks really, really weird. Like, it doesn't look good at all. So I end up covering that up with some chipboard hearts from Studio Calico. And then I'm messing around with that big heart, trying to put something down the bottom there. I'm just not really sure. Feels like there's some white space trapped there. In the end, I think I go for some enamel dots. But the other place there's lots of white space kind of trapped is inside that arrow. It just looks really empty. So I am going to stamp inside it. And I actually think it through and test it out before I ink it up. And it does work. So it's a stamp from, I think, the original Amy Tangerine set, and another one from Freckled Fawn, which I just used my Prima chalk ink. And still adding some more of the chipboard hearts, just trying to even it out there. And I'm pretty happy with how it looks. I am going to add the date to the yellow tag next to Be the Cat's Meow. Oh, look there, I'm adding in those Prima hearts. I don't have a lot of Prima things, but I really like these sugar dot hearts. They're so cute. And then I just add in, like I said, 2000, so I know that's the year that photo was taken. So that is my completed layout. Thank you for joining me again here on my YouTube channel. I am going to show some stills at the end so you can see some close-ups. Have a great day. Bye.